Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Okay, last session we have started that supplier transactions. We completed up to supplier payments. Today we will start from supplier adjustments. Sorry, allocate payment. Now, when we generate supplier outstanding report, you may see sometimes there may be minus. Okay, now you can see there are pluses and minus. That is because we haven't allocated our supplier payments to supplier invoices. Actually, we cannot, sometimes we cannot allocate supplier transaction because sometimes before enter the invoice. In that case, we cannot allocate that supplier payment to relevant invoice. Therefore, we will use supplier allocation. From supplier allocation, we will do now, for an example, if we first enter supplier advances, then we will enter supplier invoices. After that, we can set off that advance payment to that supplier invoice. Okay, mainly we are using supplier allocations. If we couldn't allocate supplier invoices and supplier payments, this supplier allocation is now if we generate supplier outstanding report, now you can see there are in this CA cell there are plus 3,000 and minus 3,000. That means if we generate outstanding report, if we not allocated particular payment to an invoice, it will show, it will display two lines, two separate lines. For one is for invoice and one for payment. Now, if we allocated these payments, system in outstanding report, it will not show this invoice and payment. Okay, to generate accurate reports, it's better to allocate that. If we have pending invoices and pending invoices and payments, it's better to allocate those unallocated transactions in the system. Okay, we can allocate transactions from suppliers transactions, allocate payments. Okay, from here under supplier, we can select our supplier and click on refresh. Then you can see left side invoices available, right side payments, zero invoice. Now we want to allocate this payment to this invoice. For allocate, we can select this payment and we can drag and drop to this invoice. Okay, we can drag and drop this payment to this invoice. Now, when you select this payment, you can see that there may be red color icon, or when we go to that invoice, that color will change to green. Okay, Now here, once selected row, it's red color. Now it will change to green color. Now you can drag and drop that payment to the invoice. Okay. Now you cannot see any unallocated payments in right side. Now this payment has allocated to this SIV 000100 invoice. Now you can see this total amount is 3,000 and due amount is 0. Okay. I'll unallocate it again. Now here this invoice total amount is 3,000, due amount is 3,000. Now we are allocating this payment to the invoice. Now we have allocated, total is 3,000, due is 3,000. Okay, now we have allocated. Now and now here CSL has 4 transactions in outstanding statement. You can see 4 transactions in CSL supplier. Now we have allocated, and if we refresh this report, you can select that supplier and select style as detail and refresh. Now here only 2 invoices. That payment will not display in this outstanding report because we have allocated that payment to a supplier invoice. Okay. Now again, if we open that supplier transaction or supplier allocation,